Hitchhiking is illegal, but truck stops are a good place to find a ride.
It looks like rain. It's cloudy in the west and it looks like rain. I left my slicker in the wagon again. Yippee-yi-yi, 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 yippee-yi-yi.
Oil may have helped Calgary grow into a city of 1 million people, and the 1988 Winter Olympics helped put it firmly on the world map. But what Calgary is best known for
is the 10 days of cowboy madness known as the Calgary Stampede. The whole city gets involved.
Cowboys come from all over to compete for big money and the attention of the local cowgirls.
Wranglers are synonymous actually with cowboys because it's the gene, it's known to be durable, and they look good in them. Wrangler jeans really did do for Western wear what the Cross Your Heart bra did for ladies' lingerie. They lift and separate.
Shucks, 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 I go nuts for trucks and Wrangler butts.
Time to get me some of my own cowboy threads.
This is the place to come to get boots.
How you doing?
Good. I need to buy a pair of boots that I can go to the Stampede and dance in as well.
Okay, we've got over 12,000 pairs. I'm sure we can find you something.
Now this I'm feeling. Get one of these in 13, please.
Got my threads, now it's time to meet some cowboys.
I'm here at Ranch Mister, a little cowboyology 101.
You're going to learn a little bit about cowboying. You got to get rid of that beverage you got right now. No cowboys ever drank anything like that.
What do we drink?
We're drinking Crown and Coke, and you better hold that right. A cowboy's going to grab that cup and curl his hand around it, so no matter what happens, that thing's not falling out of his hand. Take a sip of that. Next thing, I want you to know the way you're wearing your hat is a little ridiculous. We want 2 fingers between our brow and our hat. That's it.
Not only do you have to know what to wear and how to drink, you have to be a good dancer. Oh, and you have to be able to ride. Started in 1912, the Calgary Stampede has become one of the world's largest outdoor rodeo events, getting over 1 million visitors every July. This parade is what kicks off the 10-day party.
We've been coming since we arrived in Calgary 24 years ago, and we've probably missed a couple, that's all, but we're here every year, and it's just terrific. We love it.
The parade gives Western Canada's widely mixed community a chance to strut their stuff.
The Calgary Stampede, one of the 50 things to do before you die.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The main events of the Stampede take place in the Grandstand Arena. Bull riding, chuck wagon racing, steer wrestling, bronco riding, and even the kids get involved. They're called Mutton Busters. Kirk Moore is explaining some of rodeo's finer points to me.
So what are we watching here, Kurt?
Well, we're watching steer wrestling, otherwise known as bulldogging from the old days. And your cowboy on one side, he's going to get in the box back there. He's going to nod his head. They're going to release the steer out of the chute, and he's going to go chase it. That was a good one. It's a tricky little sport. I heard one fella say, you know, when he was trying to make an impression on somebody who hadn't seen it before, it's kind of like hanging out your car window, go 40 miles an hour, and then just grab the next mailbox you see.
These guys really take a beating. Good thing there's a medical tent nearby. They use about 400 miles of tape on the riders during the stampede. Terry Fitzsimmons got me back in the chutes to meet one of his bull riding proteges.
How do you learn to fall? Because it seems like, you know, you don't know how you're going to land.
Yeah, when I talk to young guys that want a rodeo, I make a suggestion that the best way I can help them is the first lesson is to stand up on the top rail here on the chutes and do a belly flop in the dirt. And if they really like that, then we'll go to step 2.
Yeah, that's about how it feels.
The most famous event of the rodeo is the chuck wagon races. They started here, and the ones in Calgary are the best in the world. Buddy Bensmiller is one of the best. He won the chuck wagon races last year. His father started a family tradition, and his sons are continuing it.
Is this the biggest day for you today?
Well, this is the biggest stampede. In 10 days, if a guy can win it, that'll be the biggest day of the year.
What do you win?
There's a truck up to win if you can win the aggregate, and $10,000. And then if you can get into the dash and draw the lucky barrel and come out with no penalties, well, you can win $50,000.
$50,000. And you won that last year?
I won it last year, yeah.
Well, Zay, if you want to be a real chuck wagon driver, I'm going to introduce you to Kurt Bensmiller. He's Buddy's second oldest son, but the one that's competing with him today. And if anybody can get you to be a real chuck wagon driver, he's the man that's going to show you how to do it.
All right.
So.
Well, the first step to be a chuck wagon driver is starting in the pitchfork installer.
What do I do? Just get this hay here?
Yeah.
Get the brown stuff.
Yeah, the brown stuff.
Leave this here? And put your push back into it.
Put your back into it.
Oh, that was sad. Remember to get the brown stuff. I can give you a spoon if that'll be easier. These athletes have to live in there. Make sure it's spotless. I think there's some in the corner. There's only 36 more stalls to go.
Another 6 years, you just might make it.
Chuck wagons like these helped cowboys live their life on the range, carrying cook stoves, food, and tents. 80 years ago, they started racing them here in Calgary, and now they're one of the featured events of the Stampede.
Well, Zay, Buddy and Kurt are busy right now, but they did tell me the good news is, with all your hard work today, the lodging is free.
Cool.
The bad news is, this is your lodging. Good thing you cleaned the stall out earlier. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, home is where you find it.
Have a great night.
Thanks.
See you in the morning.
All right. I guess this is home sweet home. Don't squat with your spurs on. A cowboy's guide to life. Remember, even a kick in the caboose is a step forward. A smartass just don't fit in a saddle. Never miss a good chance to shut up. Guess that's my cue to hang up my hat. These Stampede breakfasts go on every morning all around town. And get this, they're free.
But you have to be willing to stand online with a few thousand other people. I'm checking out some of the other Stampede events until the chuck wagon races later today. Right next to the rodeo arena is the Indian Village, where I chatted with Marcy McGinnis, the Stampede Indian Princess.
Natives have always been involved in the Calgary Stampede since 1912. We have been a part of this. You know, this is our stomping ground, so it's like, you know, we're from here, so obviously we'd like to have a little bit of ourselves portrayed in, you know, the greatest outdoor show on earth.
Another tradition you have to try at the Stampede can be found at Buzzard's Restaurant. Prairie oysters, a cowboy delicacy.
We've got au naturel. Kind of rubbery. We've got mixed nuts.
Get already.
That one's quite good. And we've got great balls of fire. It's a bit sweeter. I prefer the mixed nuts. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, prairie oysters are bull's balls.
We need veggies. We haven't had veggies for a while.
Finally, it's time for the chuck wagon races. Buddy is the defending champion. 35 teams are competing against him.
Well, moment of truth. You're off. Woo, exciting. Go, buddy!
Each chuck wagon has 4 outriders whose job, once the race starts, is to throw the camp stuff into the wagon. The wagons and horses do a figure 8, they jump onto their moving horses from the ground, and then off they go around the track.
Kind of reminds you of rush hour, doesn't it? Downtown Calgary.
You've got to have some serious cojones to do this. I mean, I would know. I just ate some.
Buddy didn't win tonight, but he has another week of racing to go.